Are you living or just existing? Because Jesus said he came to give us life, abundant life, not religion, not rules, life. It's time to stop surviving and start thriving.
Hey, Lynette. So it's all about Jesus live fully. I'm really intrigued by that. Like, what does live fully actually mean in this context? Because, culturally, we often think of living fully as like experiencing everything, right? Like travel the world, have all the possessions, check off all the bucket list items. But I'm guessing that's probably not what we're talking about here, is it?
Oh, Greg, absolutely not. I mean, not primarily anyway. When we talk about living fully, especially in a Jesus centered way, we're really looking at John 10:10, where Jesus says, I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. It's about a quality of life, not just like a quantity of experiences or possessions. Do you know what I mean? It's a deep, rich spiritual abundance that permeates every single aspect of your being, regardless of your external circumstances. It's really about being fully alive in him, not just like existing.
Wow. Okay. So it's not about chasing after things that society tells us are fulfilling. It's actually about something internal then, something deeper than that. That's pretty wild because I think so many people, myself included, have at times definitely chased after that worldly definition of fullness, only to find it kind of empty.
Right, exactly. It's a pursuit that always leaves you wanting more if it's not rooted in Him. This fullness, it's a gift from Jesus, not something we earn or like achieve on our own. It's about really tapping into His life force, letting Him be the source of your joy, your peace, your purpose. It's a completely different paradigm.
So if it's not something we achieve and it's a gift, how do we even receive this full life? Is there like a step-by-step process or is it more abstract than that? Because, my brain immediately goes to, okay, what's the manual?
That's such a good question, Greg. And I think a lot of us like feel that same impulse, right? To intellectualize it or create a checklist. But the thing is, well, it really starts with surrender. And that sounds kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it? Like giving up control leads to living fully, but that's absolutely it. It's letting go of our own agenda, our own attempts to define or create that full life ourselves. It's saying, Jesus, you know what's truly abundant for me, so I'm giving you the steering wheel. It's letting go of self reliance and really leaning into His wisdom, His plan for our lives. That's where true freedom and paradoxically, true fullness starts to blossom. It's a daily, sometimes moment by moment choice.
Whoa, surrender. That's a tough one for a lot of people, I think, because it feels like you're losing something, right? You're giving something up. But you're saying it's actually like the key to unlocking more? That's really profound. So it's not about forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do, but more about a deep trust.
Exactly. It's trust. It's really trust in His goodness. It's understanding that His ways are higher than our ways, and His plans for us are always good. When we surrender, we're not losing out. We're actually gaining everything that truly matters. We're gaining His peace, His presence, His purpose. It's not a loss of self, but like a discovery of our true redeemed self in Him. And that changes everything.
Okay, so we're talking about surrender, trust, letting Jesus take the steering wheel. That sounds amazing conceptually, but I always wonder how this plays out in the nitty-gritty of everyday life. When I'm like stuck in traffic or dealing with a deadline or just trying to figure out what's for dinner. How does living fully apply on like a Tuesday morning? Do you know what I mean?
Totally, Greg. That's where the rubber meets the road, isn't it? It's not just a Sunday morning thing. Living fully day to day really looks like bringing Jesus into every single moment. It's about being intentional. So, for example, instead of just rushing through your morning routine, you might spend a few minutes in prayer or reflection, intentionally inviting his presence into your day. It's also about seeing the mundane through his eyes. That traffic jam, maybe it's an opportunity for patience or to pray for others. That dinner decision, maybe it's a chance to show love to your family by preparing something special or just being present with them. It's about like cultivating gratitude for the small things, acknowledging his hand in everything. It's a mindset shift, really.
I get that. So it's not just about the big grand spiritual moments, but it's about infusing every little thing with his presence, with his purpose. That's actually a pretty empowering way to look at it. Because sometimes I think we compartmentalize our faith, right? Like this is my spiritual time and this is my regular lifetime. But what you're saying is that they're not separate at all.
Absolutely. There's no division. Living fully means integrating him into your whole being, your whole existence. It's recognizing that every breath, every interaction, every task can be an act of worship, an act of intentional living in him. And that's where the richness really comes from, that deep abiding sense of purpose, even in the ordinary. It's incredible.
Okay, Lynette, this all sounds really positive and empowering. But let's be real for a second. Life isn't always sunshine and roses, right? There are some pretty dark valleys, some really tough seasons. I mean, what does living fully even look like when you're like going through immense suffering or grief or just, really difficult circumstances? Can you still live fully then? Or is it kind of put on hold until things get better?
Oh, Greg, that's probably one of the most important aspects of this, honestly, because living fully in Jesus doesn't mean an absence of pain or struggle. It really doesn't. In fact, it's often through those difficult seasons that we discover the deepest dimensions of his fullness. When everything else is stripped away, his presence becomes even more profound. He's not like just a fair weather friend. He's our anchor in the storm. Living fully then means leaning into him even harder, finding our strength in his promises, trusting that he's still working, even when we can't see it. It's about allowing him to carry us, to comfort us, to redefine our understanding of fullness in those vulnerable moments. It's not about being happy all the time. It's about having an enduring peace and hope rooted in him, no matter what.
Wow. So it's not a dismissal of the pain, but it's actually experiencing God's presence within the pain. That's a really different perspective than like just be strong or power through it. It's about finding fullness even in fragility. That's really powerful. So it's not a lack of feeling, but a deep, deep trust.
Precisely. It's about feeling everything, but not being overwhelmed by it because you know who holds you. It's about experiencing the fullness of his comfort, his love, his unwavering presence, even when your heart is aching. It's in those moments that the true depth of living fully in him really, really shines through. It's beautiful in a way.
So, okay, we've talked about what living fully is, how surrender plays into it, how it looks in daily life, and even through suffering. I guess the big question now is, what's the ultimate payoff? What's the enduring benefit for someone who really commits to living this Jesus-centered full life?
That's the absolute best part, Greg. The ultimate payoff is this profound, unwavering joy and peace that transcends understanding. It's not a fleeting happiness dependent on circumstances, but a deep, abiding joy rooted in Jesus himself. You also find incredible purpose. When your life is fully aligned with His, suddenly everything you do has eternal significance. You're not just existing, you're contributing to His kingdom, making an impact, reflecting His light to the world. It's a life filled with meaning and clarity. And truly, it prepares you for eternity, but it also makes your present life so much richer, so much more vibrant. It's a life where you're truly, truly alive in every sense of the word. It's the life we were always meant to live.
Wow. So it's not just about a better afterlife, but it's about transforming our actual present reality into something richer, more purposeful, and more joyful. That's a pretty compelling argument for embracing this kind of life. And it makes you think, why would anyone not want to pursue that kind of fullness, you know?
Exactly. And it's accessible to everyone. That's the beauty of it. It's not for like a select few super Christians. It's for anyone who says, "Yes, Jesus, I want to live fully in you." And the journey is just incredible. It really is the best way to live.
Lynette, what an incredible exploration of what it truly means to live fully in Jesus. I mean, we've covered so much ground today.
Absolutely, Greg. And for all our believers out there, remember, living fully isn't about chasing worldly desires, but rather surrendering to Jesus, trusting his plan, and infusing every moment with his presence. It's truly all about him, the source of our deepest joy, peace, and purpose.
That's so powerful. And really, at its heart, it's so simple. It's all about Jesus. We want to thank you, our incredible listeners, for joining us on this journey today.
We truly appreciate you tuning in. And if you've been blessed by today's conversation, we invite you to explore the entire series, The Same Jesus, where we delve deeper into his unchanging nature and how it transforms our lives. You won't want to miss it.
Yes, definitely check out the full series. For Lynette and myself, Greg Mason, thank you again for listening. Until next time, live fully in him.